Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're looking at part 3 of this 3-part series we're doing this week on handling that heavy, deep ball that your opponents have been hitting. We've been getting a ton of emails. We've done free content on this before, but it still seems like a lot of you are out there struggling with how to handle this really heavy, deep ball. So today we want to get into the result of this shot. And I don't think many of you understand the opportunity that is laced into this ball coming at you. There is a great opportunity for you guys to be hitting a spectacular ball back to your opponent. So if the footwork that we worked on gets taken care of, if that contact point and racket speed get taken care of like we discussed in part 2, and now we're moving on to this kind of nice result, I want you guys to pay close attention to this next little section of the video. There's a lot to be taken from this, okay? So, if we struggle with this shot, it makes sense that a lot of our opponents should struggle with this ball as well, all right? So now, if I got a low ball, something around waist height, maybe a little lower, something that I think all of us would agree is a comfortable ball for us, and I wanted to hit this heavy, deep ball back to my opponent, let's see how it turns out when I give this heavy, deep ball a try off of a low, comfortable shot. Okay, so I got it up in the air about as best as I could, decent spin. I would not call that heavy. Okay, now this idea that if I match the opponent's ball that's coming in, if not, make it even a little bit better. When Mark hits this high, deep ball into me with a ton of spin, if I match this with a spin and heaviness of my own, that right there is a ball that I don't feel like I'm that capable of producing on stuff that's lower and closer to the baseline. I mean, obviously there's other options for this shot. But that is that kind of heavy, huge ball that we're talking about having trouble with, that I can produce, I feel, relatively easily if I can wrap my head around contact point, racket speed, and a nice little piece of footwork, okay? So rather than be thinking, all right, I got to survive these heavy, deep shots, let's give the opponent a dose of their own medicine and try to go even a little bit bigger than they do and see if they can handle this ball. All right, so let's have a look in a rally with Mark and myself. Get a couple going here. And I think you'll find as we both start hitting bigger, all right, and you can see at that point, you know, he broke down before I did. I ended up getting a short ball, and now the scope of the rally changes a little bit. I might step up and put him away. But my mindset was such that I was kind of inviting that big ball because I know that if I knock that checklist off with the footwork, racket speed, and contact point, that's actually a very fun shot to hit and has me feeling like I'm swinging at the best of my potential. Where a lot of times just kind of that standard ground stroke, while I can make it, it doesn't feel like the best forehand I can hit. All right, so go out there. Obviously, you can't tell your opponent to just hit heavy to you all the time, but really try and get that footwork down and knock those points off to ultimately start getting that result where you're the one who's really doing the damage with that heavy, deep ball, okay? So please click like below this video, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You'll find the link to 3 free courses Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those great as well. And until next time, be well. We'll see you soon.